Interest rates on everything, including RV loans, may be going up soon. Welcome to HBRV Lifestyle. They call me the Honey Badger because I give it to you straight and transparent about the RV business. And today I'm going to take a deep dive into my prediction. Okay? And where I need to start is a couple of months ago, Jerome Powell stood up for 45 minutes and spoke. And the mainstream media and investors and real estate people all got excited and said that the Fed is going to cut rates 3 times in 2024 and that it was pretty much a guarantee. But if you listened to the whole 45 minutes that Jerome Powell spoke, he never promised that. His words exact were, if we can get to our target inflation rate of 2% and it maintains there, then they could see 3 interest rate cuts starting in April 2024 and then so on and so forth, where they would have a target rate of 3.5 in like a year and a half or 2 years. And if you haven't seen that video, it's a couple months old, but if you haven't seen that video yet, I'll link it in the description box below so you can hear the entire thing without the mainstream media cutting it all up, okay? He also stated that the Fed, the entire committee, did not take raising interest rates off the table. But so far they have maintained. But the inflation report, the core CPI, everything, all the metrics that they're looking at, inflation is not cooling like they were hoping it would. And one thing they do have in their back pocket is a raise in interest rates. Now, I don't know if they'll do it on April, which is April into May. But my prediction would be that if inflation does not get any kind of normalized, I'm talking about if it hasn't come down, if the data is not strong enough, I believe in May or June, the Fed will raise the interest rate again, regardless of it being an election year, because they have no choice. The Fed's job, whether you agree with it or not, is price stability and job market. That's their job. They're not elected officials. They don't get elected by the public. They have no skin in the game to get reelected. They don't have to run for reelection. They're basically a bunch of robots who, for the most part, if you want to think about it this way, kind of control our money. Which realistically, guys, you guys have heard me say this before, but money is kind of fake, right? It's a piece of paper with people's pictures on them so we don't kill each other for something to eat. And I got that from a movie with Jeremy Irons. But we're slowly getting to the point where if the data does not get better, and a lot of it, if you're into politics, okay, a lot of it is economic policies by the current administration that are not helping the matter. Not going to say it's the cause, because the cause realistically is a lot more complicated than who's president, who's in charge of the House, who's in charge of the Senate. There's a lot more complications to it than who the politicians in power are. Okay? So here's what my prediction is. My prediction is that starting probably around May 31st, you're going to see interest rates in RV loans increase 1%. So instead of our baseline interest rate that I talk about on this channel and on the podcast being 7.99%, it's going to be closer to 8.99%. So here's what I'm trying to reference to you folks. There's a lot of you out there that have contacted me or have taken some of the surveys and polls that I've been talking about that say you're waiting because you think rates are going to go down in 2024. They're not. I've been saying it for months. They're not going down anytime soon. If I were to make a prediction, I would say major changes in RV interest rates won't happen till 2026. So, if you are sitting on the sidelines, if you're ready, you have the unit picked out, you have the down payment, you're ready to travel, you're ready to do all this stuff, but you're sitting on the sidelines waiting for an interest rate cut, if you wait any longer, you're going to cost yourself money. Now, you can bash me in the comments. I totally understand. This is education. This is not go out and buy RVs. No, nothing of that nature. It's purely education. Because so far, all of my predictions have come to fruition. So my goal is to educate you. If you want to wait and roll the dice, no big deal. If you're not ready, if you're still rebuilding your credit, if you realistically don't have yourself set up, don't go rush. Just realize when you get out there, you're going to pay a higher interest rate and a little bit higher price than what you would have 6 months ago. That's okay. In reality, you should wait until you're ready. If it means you have to pay a little bit more, that's fine. You know, if you got to get yourself set up, that's not a big thing. But at least you're educated. And that's my goal in this channel. That's the goal of my podcast as well. Okay? Now, if you are looking for information on how RV loans, like terms, down payments, things of that nature, if you're looking for that kind of information, I have it right there in this video.